So what happens when you put a bunch of builders and founders into a single room? In December, I came across a LinkedIn post that caught my attention. This new community named the J Floor. And the concept blew my mind because it's not the typical techie Discord community. So after the Gen AI conference, I couldn't leave Zurich without interviewing one of the J Floor founders, Nikos, and see what's behind. Hi, Nikos.
Hi, Matthias.
So we are repeating this because there was a problem, a technical problem with the mics. But a brief introduction about Nikos, who you are. I just introduce you to the audience.
So hi, I'm Nikos. I'm originally from Greece. I studied mechanical engineering there. I was also enrolled in a PhD program. I tried to do a bit of entrepreneurship there. So it set me into a different path than the academic one. Then during COVID, I decided to come to Switzerland. I had a lot of good things about innovation here and how good the people are here in terms of the technical skills. So I started another master's at ETH Zurich. Then at my free time, I was at a student project house where you could work on your projects, extracurricular projects. Without any supervision, you can do whatever you want. I met a bunch of great people there, and with these people together, we built a J Floor.
Really nice. My next question, it's first, please, can you tell the audience what is the J Floor?
So the J Floor is a space for founders to work for free, no questions asked, no equity taken. We don't judge ideas. If you want to build something, you can come here and build it with other smart people on the same room. That's it. Simple.
How something like this is born? What was the moment you decided Zurich needed a space like the J Floor?
So it all started, we're all founders and builders. As I told you, we started from the student project house. And what we found there is like we could build what we want without anybody steering us, guiding us, telling us we're wrong or we're right. It was just a room, smart people figure it out yourselves. But the student project was made for students. So what do you do when you're no longer a student? So there was a time where we had to leave this place, right? Some of us found jobs, then decided we want to build. So
how do we gather again together?
How do we emulate the things that we find worked really well at the student project house? And we started actually as a community of like 50 founders. And some of us were a bit more involved, but there was always help. So the community was already there, and we needed to find a space to continue fostering the dynamics and the culture that worked there.
How much of J Floor was designed versus how much of it just emerged from the people just showing up, and how much was already there before setting all this up?
So a lot of things were by design. Like for example, we don't have membership fees, and that was by design. We're not in the business of trading desks for a fee. What is designed is some preconditions, right? Okay. It's an environment.
Yeah.
And what is the environment is like no judgment. Like we don't, as I told you, we don't judge what you are building. It's more the fact that you are committed into building.
Okay.
And our community started very organically because there was a place of no judgment, where people come and go, but a few of them stay. And the ones who stay are the ones who have like the agency and the intrinsic motivation to work on difficult problems on a long-term horizon. So that's where the culture started. And from this point onwards, it's kind of organic.
Arguably, 50 people, 50 founders, it's something that most people would find really difficult to gather. Did they all come from DTH?
Not all of them, but that's the magic about Switzerland and Zurich in particular. Zurich is a very small city in the global standards, right? It's like the greater Zurich area has 1 million people. The city itself is around 500,000, right? And you have one of the greatest technical universities here, ETH, which is always in the top 10. Switzerland is a small country, right? 8 million people. You have EPFL, which is an equally good university in Lausanne, 2 hours away from here. So Switzerland has, I think, the greatest talent density in the world. Also, Meta, Google, Anthropic had offices, OpenAI. So there's a bunch of big tech that actually has their research being done here.
That actually answers the next question. That was what makes a Zurich AI tech scene different from Berlin, London, and US. You would say that it's like the density of the talent.
It's the density because people come study in the technical university and then they find jobs here. It's also, I would say Zurich has still a lot of European values, but we're not in the EU per se, but like I wouldn't say like most of us are Europeans.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of proximity but also a lot of freedom. Not that in the EU there's no freedom. It's just a different mindset a bit.
You will say the European values play a role in the ambient of Zurich?
I would say they play a role because that's like we have common values and that's why we can stick together.
I wanted to ask you, how was the first session like? Who showed up? What happened?
So, and again, that's the magic. We were already 50 people, so a lot of people showed up. The magic was how did we start? That was mid-September. We had an idea and we said, okay, people know about the student project house. People know what people are building in there. We want to find a new house where this can grow even further than the institution itself. Because again, I told you, we had the need ourselves, so we assume there are other people in the city that have the same need.
Yeah, because what happens after the university, right?
Yeah,
that's what.
So we had to fundraise a bit. So we have like some sponsors, which is like Funderful, the venture capital fund, which is based here in Zurich. We have Alfred, the law firm. There's Hitz from Generali, the house of InsurTech. Browser Use, which was a team that was working on the student project house, and now is in San Francisco building browser agents. Really shaping the field there. So we found a lot of support early on, even before we had spaces. We just people knew the people and they believed in the value that this thing could have. It's an ecosystem play in the end, and that way we were able to secure our first place, which filled in immediately because the first place we found could host concurrently 15 people. So it filled out from day one, and like then we had that chance.
I mean, with 50 funders, like already.
Exactly, and then we had that chance to get this space. So we said, okay, we'll get this space as well, and yeah, we managed to do it, and now we're in the process of. Literally, we had to refurbish this space, and now funders started coming. And it's not only funders; it's also builders. It's a nice dynamic that's happening. There are some people that are, let's say, like I would say, the majority of the people are here to seriously build a business, like tech business,
until it works.
Until it works or until they fail.
But it's a safe place. At the end of the day,
yes,
you can come here and build with people that are founders, and you can just work towards that goal, even if you are not there yet.
And I think we believe in people because we see it in ourselves, we see it in the other founders. Nothing is an overnight success.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right? So there are all these weird stages of I decide that I want to build a tech company, or I decide I want to build great tech, until being able to actually do it. And there needs to be a certain level of delusion in the beginning and naivety. And then you will hit all these hurdles. And like it's better if you do it with others, because you see you're not the only one struggling, you're not only the only one having problems, and then when you start seeing people that are not particularly smarter than you, that are not more hardworking than you, starting to succeed, you gain motivation, and not you maintain your motivation actually, because the motivation I think is intrinsic.
Would you say this is a system of motivation and opportunity?
I would say what we're lacking a lot in Europe, because Europe is so diverse, we're lacking examples within our generation. So our peers succeeding, our peers having success measured in money, measured in impact. You can measure it any way you want. uh, but also generational examples of people that have made it, that come from the same place as you came.
You just need to see the example, right?
Exactly.
In front of you and see it happening here.
Yes.
You will say that that's the magic of this place.
It's part of the magic.
Mm.
So that's one thing. One of is like learning from others that are a few steps ahead of you, interacting with people that are a few steps behind, like building common networks, introducing people with each other. So it's not a zero-sum game.
But with all of this that you are telling me, I will say that anyone can feel compelling to join here. What's the requisite to join JFloor?
We're defining it at the moment. It's not very clear yet, but at the moment we have managed to attract people that are doing great work. So I don't have a recipe for that. For now, it works. I don't know if it will keep working in the future.
But what kind of people is invited to come here?
So,
what kind of profile?
Were you invited here?
Yes.
But you reached out first, right?
I started first. Yes. I mean, but I was allowed to enter.
Yes. So, let's say people who want to be here will find a way to be here.
My question is more like, it's only for you have the requisite to build something, you can join, right? It's like
the space is centered around building and work.
So you have to come and build.
So it's meant for people whose main activities is working and building something, and it might be even exploring on what to build, right? It's not a place to come only to network. It's not the network is like the first derivative. It's like something.
It's a consequence.
It's a consequence. It's not. We don't want performance. Like, we don't want people to come here to attach a label. It's you come here to do serious work.
I believe that indeed that feeling of being genuine, like it's something genuine from the people that comes to build, that because all people it's similar and they are like kind of all people here at building, they naturally connect because they feel represented in one another, maybe.
So it's more of like, it's more fun.
It's more fun, right?
You have all the, like, the environment is moving very fast, right? So whatever you're building, you will have some similarities from a business perspective. You will have some similarities from a technical perspective.
Yeah.
The knowledge exchange that happens, like over water cooler discussions, over a coffee, like during a coffee break or like during lunch.
It's where the ideas pop up.
Exactly. And it's where, life becomes intertwined with work.
My last two questions. First, where do you see JFloor in a year?
Difficult to say, because so far, like, we started 6 months ago, and I was talking with Ricardo, which also is one of the leaders in this initiative. We say we have built a place that we exactly dreamed, and this is not something that happens often. I think it happens because a lot of people see the value and a lot of people care. And I think in these days it's hard to find people that care. So in 1 year, if we still have people that care about what they're building, care about being with others, care about society, care about the world around them, it would, like, I know it's a very general answer, but it's very easy in this world to stop caring about things. So if we can have people that care about things and caring about making a difference, JFloor would be a success. And of course, creating more companies, creating more founders, creating more value to society and to the world, and basically a lot of downstream effects come from that. By creating new ways of doing things, creating more jobs, creating more abundance.
In all of this interview, I had to highlight that you haven't talked, for example, about money, because it's the value here, that your value here is the more the community, not the grinding, right?
Everybody has different motivations, and I'm not here to judge anybody's motivations. JFloor is a non-profit. We are doing this on a voluntary basis. I'm not getting a salary out of building this. We're here because money plays a role always, because you need to pay rent, right? You need to keep the lights on. So we are like, our members are for profit. So the people that are building are for profit. So everybody has different motivations.
But what keeps you together? What
Is
would you say that? What's that keeps everyone here together?
again, the pattern I see myself is people who don't want to have a traditional career. They want to spend their times doing something meaningful to them, and if you're doing something meaningful, it means that they're building something new. And the building something new is what is the common denominator of the people here.
That's a nice answer. My last question, if someone wanted to build something like this in another city, what's the one thing they would get wrong, and what advice would you give them?
The one thing that they would get wrong. So let me start with the advice, and maybe we lead to the. So advice: find other people who are building. Start working together. See how it works, and because JFloor works for Zurich, we were building in Zurich many years before JFloor was a reality. So find other people in your ecosystem that actually work, right? And they're in it for the long run. Then you will find what works for you in your city. Once you have this would not be possible if there were not many people behind this. So if you are many people, you can pool resources, and maybe, I don't know, maybe in Madrid you need to find 10 other people and you pay for an office from your pocket, right? Maybe somebody knows a sponsor who likes this. So I don't know what's the context of each ecosystem. So here we were lucky enough to be in a place where we already had the community. There were already some successes that people created, and we could build on top of this momentum. And already this momentum continues here, and we're attracting people who needed this that were not now at ETH.
And one thing that someone could get wrong trying to replicate this, for example?
So specifically for this and for the context of Zurich, I think it was the membership fee. Because we want to attract the best people, and a membership fee adds friction. We could not have the exchange for you being here. If we had a membership fee and we have control at the door, you would not be here today, right? Probably I would not be here today. So by creating this open environment where we can allow people from different backgrounds to come together and work, and having the constraints somewhere else, right? And these constraints vary again city by city. So I think if we had a membership fee, we would not create the energy that we are creating now.
Really nice answers. Honestly, JFloor, for me, I discovered it in LinkedIn, and I was amazed by what you were building here and I was like, how they are just gathering so much people with that energy, because what I find difficult is gathering so much people with energy and passion to build. So that's what attracted me here, and that's why I wanted to.
And I would say that's the single most important thing, is finding people that care about what they're doing. It doesn't have to be about startups or technology at all. If you find people that care about similar things, then the magic happens.
Find people that care. That's the phrase with which we are going to close the interview. Thank you very much, Nikos, for this conversation. I really enjoyed it. Well, so now you know about the JFloor. If you pass by Zurich, I don't know.
Ping me. We can figure it out.
I can put the LinkedIn of Nikos in the description if he wants.
Yeah, of course.
That's it. Thank you for the conversation, and see you in the next one.
Bye.
That's it.